Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday. All right, guys. Well, we have a lot going on. Apparently Ramona Singer is contemplating the idea of a political run in Florida. What? She's also getting a lot of backlash right now. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. Not good. Ramona is always finding herself in trouble. Always. She always says, or what did she used to say? Before I was a piece of work and now I'm a work in progress. Girl, you've been a work in progress for a long time. Now, Sonja Morgan also found herself in trouble. So imagine that. Shocker. And Andy Cohen, we actually have the audio clip of him addressing RHONY, giving a totally different story than what's being put out there. Can somebody we need to update ourselves. All right. Pop off in the comment section, smash the like button. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. And yeah, let's just jump right in. Okay, I don't even know where to start. I guess I'm gonna start with the Ramona Singer of it all. This is interesting. Apparently, Ramona Singer, we all know her from RHONY. Looks fantastic, but she's reportedly contemplating a political career in Florida. And I guess there were sources who were suggesting that she aims to position herself as a no-nonsense, straight-talking woman of the people, drawing comparisons to Marjorie Taylor Greene. But political run for what? And I also thought that she was doing real estate. But then when she was doing real estate, she was doing it in New York. But I don't know if you guys are aware of this. Sometimes when you get a license, they're transferable. So you can use the license in multiple different states. Maybe in New York and Florida, you can use the license. Maybe she's still dabbling in real estate. I don't actually know. But this guy in the photo, yeah, this is Daniel Penny. And Ramona faced a lot of criticism after posting a photo with this man, a US Marine, acquitted in the chokehold death of Jordan Neely. And she captioned the image, "So proud of Daniel Penny, hashtag a penny saved, hashtag hero." The post was later deleted, but of course, it sparked a lot of outrage from people. People were not happy about this. I didn't see videos of this or footage of it. Of course, I saw the post that she made. And I think when it comes to the RHONY women, I feel like 9 times out of 10, if they have a stance or if they have something that they want to, support or say, they're going to support, they're going to stand on it, and they're going to say it, whether or not people agree to it. And I think for a long time on the Housewives, for a lot of the Housewives, when they're on the show, they have to kind of walk a line and not totally share what they feel or how they feel about certain things. And I think once you're released from that realm, you just all of a sudden are like, oh my God, I have a voice again. I can say whatever I want. And I feel like that's probably what's going on right now. But then again, what do I know? But the photo did it. I mean, a lot of fans condemned her for this. A lot of fans, commenters. There were some of them labeling Ramona's actions as shocking and disturbing, and a lot of critics highlighted her history of controversial behavior and questioned her suitability for public office. So I don't know how posting this did for whatever potential political career that she might be running for, if in fact that is true. But let's go to Sonja Morgan. Ay, ay, ay. There was an incident at a restaurant. The restaurant's called Tucci, but Sonja Morgan reportedly was blacklisted from this restaurant. It's a popular Italian restaurant in New York City after refusing to pay a $1,000 bill. She made a reservation for 3, but arrived with a party of 5, believing her meal would be comped due to past arrangements, and she became hysterical when she was presented with the bill, allegedly shouting, "I'm a celebrity." Sonia girl, just pay your bill. You sold the townhouse. You got a bill. You came in. I understand if there's past arrangements or whatever the case is, you know, I have an arrangement here on the island and it's not the same, but it's with a breakfast place. And when I go in, they always either comp my bill or they give me, it's not like my breakfast is like crazy expensive, but it's usually like about $35 for Jason and I. And they either comp the bill or they just like charge me $10 and then I'll usually tip them like 10 or 15 on the bill anyways. But if there have been moments where I've gone in and I'll post about them and that's like the arrangement, but there have been moments where I've gone in and they're like, there's new people and they're like, we don't know shit about that. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll pay the bill. I don't care. You know, I mean, mind you, $35 is not 1,000, but I also didn't sell a townhouse for millions of dollars either. So Sonja, girl, get it together. The owner, Max Tucci, he stated there was no agreement to comp the meal and emphasized the importance of respecting his staff. He decided to ban Sonja from the establishment, saying her behavior and the lack of a prior arrangement was the reason for it. But as per Sonja, she later paid the bill, including a tip, and acknowledged a clear miscommunication. And she explained that she believed that she was dining in exchange for a promotional post and had made that known to the staff. I'm guessing that there were a lot of cocktails at this dinner. And sometimes when you have a lot of cocktails, maybe you don't have the most sound mind in these certain situations. And if I had to guess, that's probably exactly what was going on. But Sonja, girl, we're happy you paid the bill and we're happy that you added the tip because these people are not working for free. As somebody who worked in hospitality for over 10 years, my mom still works in hospitality. You know, it's a lot of work and people deserve to be tipped. And I think that Sonja knows that. Not everybody comes from a place of privilege. Now, with that, thank you to Radio Andy Insta. Andy Cohen decided to speak out on all of this RHONY controversy, and I thought this was interesting.
Guess I need to say again, even though Bravo said it.
I saw it. It said going off the air is the words they used.
Well, I mean, I don't know how else to say it. We are between
They're in between seasons
on the Housewives. So, but what's so interesting is last week when I was here, the Bravo execs met with 10 potential new Real Housewives of New York. This is called the casting process between seasons.
Yeah.
And it's heavily underway, and that's why nothing has been announced. So I don't know what to say. It's really odd. It just keeps going on and on. So there you go. I guess I need to.
I mean, I think that the one thing that Bravo and Andy and a lot of them have failed to acknowledge was, yes, I do understand that they were trying to do this reboot. The reboot totally flopped, you guys, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. The ratings were not great. The women were carefully curated. I agree with Bethany Frankel when she said this was a very glossy version of what the show originally was. And what made the show was that you had Dorinda, Ramona, Sonja, Bethany, Luann, all of these people who were just raw and they were authentically themselves. That's not what the show became anymore. But that's why I also have a concern for Vanderpump Rules, because when they started Vanderpump Rules, it was raw. It was a raw group of friends who they all knew each other and it made sense. Now for the Vanderpump Rules reboot, they did the casting process outside of SUR, and they brought in a lot of like actresses and people through agencies. And I'm like, that's just going to be a shit show, but okay, sure. Let's go with it. I want to hear what you guys think, guys. Pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Love you.